Ooh. Oh, hi there. I am in Hannover, capital of Lower Saxon in northern Germany. So, you might not believe it, I'm inside of a medieval chapel, smoking my pipe indoors. Why is that? I explain later. First, what am I smoking? Smoking my design Berlin Migré. So my really reliable pipe done by Design Berlin, German company, and also smoking some German tobacco. So the tobacco that is done by Holmer Knudson. Oh, well, it's not done by himself, of course, because Holmer Knudson, I show you the tobacco. Well, there you can see him. How camera gets that done. You can see Holmer Knudson there. And Holmer Knudson, he's a German pipe maker. He makes pretty nice pipes, classical shapes, I think, most of the time. So there's a video done by Joshua, and there you can see one of the Holmer Knudson pipes. So he was in Germany, and he bought himself a Holmer Knudson. So this tobacco is an aromatic. There's also on the channel another video about a Holmer Knudson tobacco. That's Holmer Knudson number 2, and that is a natural one, just with some Latakia, with a hint of Latakia. Well, it's a fine tobacco. Where you can see that, I think it's Holmer Knudson with Stöcken or something like that. You can watch out. So, but that one is the Holmer Knudson number 1, or it's just Holmer Knudson. Well, there's no number on it. So that's an aromatic, and best thing is I show you the tobacco. So it is really a nice cut also. So I should show you that. I hope you can see that. So there's some flake parts already rubbed. And even some cube cut in it. So I hope you can see that. There is not a lot of left in the tin. So you see, I really like that tobacco. So it's really fine. So, but it's a little bit dry now. Got the tin open for 2 weeks or whatever. But when it comes, humidity is absolutely all right. Packs easily. And the taste is some nice creaminess, so some nice aroma of creamy candy, vanilla, bit of caramel, but the aroma is not so aggressive, so it doesn't bite you, or it doesn't jump you in the face the moment you open the tin. So that's a nice thing. Just some creaminess. So I like that stuff. Not so sticky. They use Virginia and I think some black Cavendish. And the Virginia is really gently pressed and then cut and ready rubbed and so on. So it's done by Dun Tobacco, Germany, and well, they know how to do good tobacco. So what's left is the price. So it's 50 gram, it's €9 here in Germany. Well, that's really a fair price. So that is not a tobacco that you say, wow, that's the best I ever smoked, or something like that. But it's just a fine tobacco, so that's really okay. You can give it a try if you got the chance to to get your hands on it. So I promised to explain why I'm smoking here in a chapel. So you might see, well, in this part there might have been the statue of a holy man or something like that, but that was a long time ago. So this chapel here where I am, I show you around. That chapel was built about 800 years ago, so in the 1250s, I think. So, and around this chapel, that's an interesting thing I'm going to show you. Around that chapel, there was a cemetery. It was a cemetery first for leprosy people, so when they died, they got buried here. They shouldn't be buried inside the walls, inside of the town, so they have been buried here. So 100 years later, in the 1350s, the pestilence arrived, so the Black Death. And that meant, of course, many people dead. So, well, that cemetery then, yeah, was quite occupied. But there's always the chance that things get even worse, you know that. So in the 30 Years' War, that was some 100 years later, so that was in the 17th century, there were so many people killed that even that cemetery couldn't keep them all, so couldn't all be buried here. So they built a new cemetery. But that was the old cemetery. And then that cemetery, yeah, got some kind of lost place. And yeah, the city grew and they just built streets right through the cemetery. And that's something I'm gonna show you now. So I wanna show you around. So let me take the camera. Okay. So first I give you an impression how it looks here inside. So you see there is an open roof, so it's not real indoor smoking. Of course not. So you see on the other side, there's the traffic going on. And well, you see, it's just ruins, they remain. But pretty nice. So burial plates here, and yeah. Well, and you see, just around. So here, there was the cemetery. We're gonna go some steps over. I'll show you that. So you see all these burial plates. Statues. So by the way, that chapel that was destroyed in the Second World War. That was by Allied air forces, of course. So I'm gonna try a little zoom. Let me see how that works. So you see, well, this cemetery, that was quite huge. So you see on the other side of the street, let me try a zoom. Even on the other side of the street, it just goes on. And today there's a park. So they built a park really inside of the old cemetery. So, but the heart of that cemetery, that was this small chapel, of course. What you see here. Well, that chapel is called Nikolai Chapel. So it was pretty nice when you see it on old pictures. Just a small chapel from the Middle Ages, and so I'll just give you a shot impression. So you see, the cemetery in the old days started right here. So nowadays it's a non-driving zone here, just to cross by foot. So just one time around here. So and you see there's even an old wall here that surrounded the cemetery and the chapel, of course. So I take you one time around. Gotta watch out, there are even cars here. Well, and you see that's really pretty nice, all these little details. So several years ago they decided to just to take care of that remains, and well, that was a good thing. So yeah, some kind of curiosity nowadays. You don't see that very often. So we are now inside the chapel again. So let me just put camera down here. So just to have it. Wow. So hope I'm right in place now again. Yeah, that's it. That's the little Nikolai chapel here. I'm just on a little detour, so I'm on my way to work. I'm going to continue that now. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this little chapel. Hope you all are well. So take care and perhaps see you again.